All right, it is Better MMA, back at it again. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not giving you guys these daily takes, because I recorded a video yesterday. I just didn't have the time to chop it up and upload it last night. But now you guys got me recording on my way to work instead of on my way back. So when I get back, I'm just gonna chop up 2 videos. And so you'll get that two uploads back to back. But anyways, man, I think it's necessary to talk about, or at least address, this Ryan Garcia situation. I think it's important that it needs to be addressed, at least. I mean, for the real ones in the chat that are aware of Bohemian Grove, and we're already aware of Bohemian Grove, before Ryan Garcia had to bring it up to you, respect to you, and thank you for being a real one. I don't know if me mentioning this topic is just gonna get me demonetized or not, but anyways, let's just keep it trucking. So Ryan Garcia is really trying to say that, as a part of, being one of these A-list celebrities given hundreds of millions of dollars, that he has been forced into rituals where he's been forced to witness, kids being, as he says, essayed, and I'm not going to say that word because I know that will get us demonetized on YouTube, but you guys can watch the clip of Ryan Garcia and what he's talking about with this guy, Andrew Tate. Because, guys, we need to always look through the real and the fake, and if you understand what these certain groups do from a magical, ritualistic perspective, you can understand that there's chock full of, you have a lot of controlled opposition. And Andrew Tate is definitely one of these people. And if you're anybody who is aware of the writings of Manly P. Hall, who was, I'll give credit where credit is due, he was very intelligent and well-learned man, and he said, and being a member of one of these groups, he said that once we understand the language of symbolism, a veil will be lifted from the eyes of man. If you haven't been able to figure it out already, from a holistic perspective, but yes, Andrew Tate is controlled opposition. Andrew Tate is a character. He is a character in this larger play, and his brother even, referenced that in an Instagram post, and it is revelation of the method at the end of the day, that technique. But keeping it pushing, guys. Andrew Tate pushes nothing but materialism and worldliness onto young men. He teaches young men only to be worldly beings. He does not teach them about actual discipline if it's not for the purpose of obtaining worldly things. He does not want you to learn how to love yourself, or how to learn how to build your actual character as a man, and how to self-reflect and have healthy conversations with yourself. He's not about doing that, okay? He's about pursuing the Bugattis, right? More so, he wants to distract men that do have drive, and he wants to herd like sheep their motivations into worldly possessions. There's a lot more to life, and Ryan Garcia going off talking to Andrew Tate, and who is, of course, Andrew Tate, because he is so misguided in himself. He's used as this herding tool for young men who are trying to search for truth and good male role models in their life, because there is such a lack of good male role models. If Ryan Garcia is breaking past his handlers and breaking through the brainwashing that they have him under, whatever medications they have him under, who knows what they're, because I'm sure he has people cook for him, so who knows what they're putting into his food and stuff like that, and what supplements they're giving him, and what they might just be telling him is a supplement. Because you can hear on this clip with Andrew Tate, he is got this lady on the phone, and I don't know who that lady is. Maybe it's his mom, maybe it's his girlfriend, maybe it's his manager, who knows? I don't know that information, but she's being very hesitant for him speaking at all about these rituals. And what is disturbing in a case that involves SA in any sort of situation is when you have this woman who is an adult, and when you have multiple people who are adults who are aware of it. That's what makes the situation 1,000 times more dangerous and scary by any sort of metric. We're getting the day started good, guys. We're getting the day started with some real talk. I got my coffee here in the car with me. It's a chill day. We're driving to work. It's sunny. Sun is peeking through the clouds. But guys, over 200,000 kids go missing in the United States every single year. I mean, that is an epidemic in itself. I don't know the definition of the word epidemic off the top of my head, but if we're stopping the country for... Look, I'm not going to get into that. We have hundreds of thousands of kids go missing every year. And that is a very, very big issue. So this is the thing that I wanted to get to. If Ryan Garcia is actually trying to break through this programming and past his handlers right now, he would go to somebody like Andrew Tate, thinking that Andrew Tate is somebody who has actually done this before. But look, if you understand the symbols, and if you see the symbols that Andrew Tate constantly throws up with his hands, you will understand that he is, and of course what he symbolizes. He says all this stuff about F the New World Order this, F the New World Order that. Then, dude, you'd be telling all of your finance bros to make money, to buy real estate and buy farmland and have homesteads and invest into gold and start building community trusts with each other and investing into gold and becoming your own community bank, so then you could replace the fiat currency with your own standard. But hey, rather buy a Bugatti with it, right? Because that's more based and out of the matrix. Yeah, right, bro. But I do think Ryan Garcia has been hit in the head enough to where he would think that Andrew Tate would be that guy to help him escape the matrix. And I do fear for Ryan Garcia's life if this is what he's actually doing right now. But what it seems like they're doing is they don't want to mess the money up. I heard that there was a report of him being taken to a psychiatric ward and being released. So they hit him with the Kanye. They hit him with the Kanye MK Ultra Special. I definitely think they had to get him on, some sort of they had to get him some medicine at the hospital, guys. And that's gonna be the official story. And at the end of the day, it's like, this is the world that we live in. Your perception on what that medicine is and what the purpose of that quote-unquote medicine was that they've got Ryan on, man, all we can do is pray for that boy Ryan Garcia. But at the end of the day, matter of fact, don't pray for that boy Ryan Garcia. Okay? Look, at the end of the day, I choose not to give him my prayers because I don't want to be potentially participating in any sort of energy harvesting ritual. But I do feel like there's a good possibility Ryan Garcia is trying to break through his conditioning. I appreciate everybody for sticking around, who's sticking around, because these are like tough topics to talk about for people. But at the end of the day, it's an important topic because it is very real and it affects many people's lives. Ryan Garcia mentioned when he was 2 years old, he was SA'd. And that's how he's like sort of into the, I would call it a cult, because I would consider a cult or a cabal. But that is why he's essentially one of these chosen ones. And at the end of the day, it's like, we really don't want to think that stuff like this is going on in boxing. You would really like to think that Ryan Garcia was just like, hey, he was like some pretty boy kid in California, who got viral on Instagram, and it turns out, no, he really, really could box. But when there's smoke, there's fire, and the amount of push that this kid has gotten since day one to be, like he says, be worth hundreds of millions of dollars at, I don't even think he's 25 yet, but in his early 20s, to be pushed with that much money from big investors, it makes sense that those people would all have a commonality amongst each other and an association amongst each other. And in this world that is not always, sunshine, rainbows and sunshine, the dark corners and alleys show some disgusting things. And it's like, I really feel bad for Ryan Garcia, because I feel like he is probably going through the Kanye thing right now, where he is pretty much saying like, yo, Facebook lied to you, Google lied to you, and he said too much, and so they gotta put the clamps on him now. And you're still gonna fight Devin Haney, boy. And people are, it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. And at the end of the day, guys, this is one of the most important things, because it's one thing to know the information, and it's another thing to know how to deal with it. All right? And it takes certain people a longer time to learn how to deal with information that they're uncomfortable with. But guys, be grateful for what we have and for what you have in your life. Ryan Garcia has hundreds of millions of dollars, but from the words of his own mouth, he was SA'd as a 2-year-old, as a young child. He didn't say how many times. And he's had to witness this himself to be a part of the lifestyle that he has. So it just really goes to show, guys, this Instagram stuff isn't real. This social media, these movies, these celebrities, they're not real, man. It's all fake. And cannot buy into this materialism stuff, man. You can't buy into it. Think about it. They go through all that to portray an image of carefree materialism. But guys, they're not living any sort of realistic life. I would hope that Ryan Garcia knocks Devin Haney out. Alright, so I just want to wrap up the video on this, guys. And I appreciate, again, everybody for sticking around to the end of the video. I mean, boxing for real is the Mickey Mouse Club. It is the Mickey Mouse Club now, guys. Like, it's only a matter of time for the UFC, if we're gonna be real. If we're just gonna be like if we're gonna put money on it, like, let's be real. Like, it's a matter of time. Because ESPN, Disney, they got their hands on it already. Man, you like throw out a cigarette for that one, man. Like, that you pour, oh man, that's tough. But ending the video off by saying, look, Devin Haney was already in that pool with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Diddy was already got his hands on Devin Haney, and that's not okay, man. Like, I don't care about if you're a rapper, you're a singer, you're trying to get on Bad Boy. Like, people already know what goes down at Diddy's pool parties. And if you don't know, the people in Hollywood and California, they definitely know what goes down at Diddy's pool parties, man. Like, look into that. You know, Diddy parties different. You know, ask Fabulous. Ask Fabulous when Fabulous was on Drink Champs, man. Diddy, him and Diddy never really partied together. Man, Diddy's a freak, and it's coming out. And Devin Haney was at Diddy's crib, man, when the red lights were on. Most importantly, guys, you need to understand symbolism, and if you understand, that's the root chakra that they're activating with that lighting. So these people are in full understanding of the moods that they're trying to create amongst their patrons. But it's the Mickey Mouse Club belt that we're watching now. People want to talk boxing is like real anymore, or like boxing is like the real man sport. Boxing is the Mickey Mouse Club. Ain't no two ways around it. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, so that's what I'm just like wrapping this video up on. It's like, I mean, the time is ticking on how long we can really be UFC fans. I think the times are just changing for UFC fans in terms of, like, the fight nights are better than the pay-per-views. For real. Like, everybody talks about how bad the main events for fight nights are bad, but fight night undercards are extremely underrated. Extremely. There is always some crazy knockout, and yeah, but that's how I'm gonna end this video off, guys. You know, we're on our way to work with the blinker. I'm gonna try uploading this tonight, so I hope like some people are maybe like listening to this on their way to work or something like that. This is the Mickey Mouse belt that we're watching between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. We're gonna be watching the Mickey Mouse belt, the Mickey Mouse Club belt, and it's really, we gotta make sure we're preventing this in UFC, man. We gotta really take a close eye at how some of these guys are getting their title shots, man. You know, Sean O'Malley doing stuff with 6ix9ine and getting tattoos, man. Look, bro. Sean O'Malley saying a whole bunch of weird stuff in front of his daughter. Look, bro, I'm not saying call Child Protective Services, but if somebody lives in Arizona and has their phone number, all right, everybody, I hope you guys have a great day. We're going to get this day going. The sun is breaking through the clouds. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, comment. Let's get this video to 5 likes, guys. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye. Peace.